All right, today we're going to take a look at something called TVALGO. It's basically a toolkit designed to give modern traders like you a real data-driven edge in what can be, let's be honest, a pretty chaotic world of markets. So, let's see what it's all about.
So, let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? If you're a trader in stocks or Forex, this probably hits very close to home, right? The markets can feel like this constant storm of information, noise, and emotion. It's honestly the perfect setup for feeling lost, for missing out on big opportunities, or even worse, making those gut decisions based on fear instead of actual data.
And that right there is the core problem, isn't it? It's the dilemma every modern trader is up against. How in the world do you cut through all that noise to find a clear path to being profitable? How do you separate the real signals from all the static? This slide just lays it out perfectly. You've really got two roads you can go down. On the left, you've got what's so common: guesswork, emotional trades, and just feeling totally overwhelmed by information. But then you have the path on the right, which is a whole different world. It's a systematic approach where data gives you clear buy and sell signals, and it turns all that chaos into a strategy you can actually follow. So the big question is, how do you get from that first path, the guessing game, over to the second one, the one driven by data? Well, the bridge is technology. And that's what brings us to TVALGO. So what exactly is TVALGO? Well, it's an AI-powered suite of trading tools, but the philosophy behind it is what's really key. It's all about helping you trade smarter, not harder. It's not about forcing you to stare at your screen for more hours. No. It's about making the time you do spend way more focused and way more effective.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. The whole point here is to take all that ridiculously complex data, the stuff that's flying through the market every single second, and just distill it. Turn it into something simple, clear, and most importantly, something you can actually act on.
Okay, so that's the big promise. But how does it actually do that? Let's peel back the layers and take a look inside the toolkit to see how it works.
Okay, it really comes down to three main tools that all work together. You've got real-time AI signals, a top and bottom finder, and an all-market screener. Let's break each one down real quick.
So first up, the real-time signals. You can pretty much think of this as the engine of the whole system. The AI is doing all the heavy lifting, crunching the numbers to give you a super clear buy or sell alert. It's all about taking that guesswork right out of your entries and exits.
Then you have the top and bottom finder. Now this tool is all about timing. It's built to scan the market for those signs of exhaustion, when a trend might be running out of steam. It helps you pinpoint potential reversal spots and key support or resistance levels, which, as any trader knows, can be a massive advantage.
And the whole system is built to be super versatile. It's not just for one market. The all-market screener lets you hunt for opportunities across Forex, stocks, crypto, commodities, you name it. And it doesn't matter what your style is either. Whether you're a one-minute scalper or a daily swing trader, these tools just adapt. Best part? The setup is dead simple. It connects with TradingView in like less than 2 minutes.
All right, so that's the tech, and it all sounds pretty great on paper. But what really matters is, does it actually work in the real world? Let's dig into the social proof and see what actual traders have to say about it.
And wow, the first thing that jumps out is just the sheer size of the community. We're talking over 10,000 active traders using these tools day in and day out. That's a huge user base, and that alone says a lot about its reliability and, whether it actually works. And check out this quote from David Thompson, a Forex trader with a decade of experience. I mean, when a guy who's seen it all for 10 years says nothing comes close to the accuracy, that really carries some weight, He points straight to the strategies and screeners and calls them game changers. And it's not just for Forex. Here's James Park, a stock trader, and he hits on two really crucial points. First, the return on investment. He says the monthly cost pays for itself fast. And second, and this is so important, he calls out the customer support as exceptional. I mean, when your money's on the line, knowing you have great support is huge. And that personal feedback from guys like James is backed up by the overall numbers. A 4.9 out of 5-star rating, that's incredible. But look closer, a whopping 90% of those reviews are 5-star. That's just overwhelming validation from the people actually using it.
Okay, so with that kind of performance and feedback from real traders, let's talk about the offer itself, because it's clearly been set up to give you total confidence and take as much risk off the table as possible.
And right off the bat, there's a pretty big incentive running right now. It's a limited time deal for up to 50% off all their plans, which, makes it way easier to get started.
So here's a quick look at how that pricing breaks down if you go with a yearly plan. It's tiered, so it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. There's a starter plan if you're just dipping your toes in, all the way up to the ultimate package for the pros who want the whole shebang. The idea is to have real value at every single level.
But for anyone who's still a little hesitant, this right here is your safety net. You've got a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it completely risk-free. You get 24/7 dedicated support, which is huge. You can cancel anytime. It's all designed to be completely secure and totally transparent. No tricks, no fine print.
So the most important takeaway here is this: you are never flying solo. You're fully supported around the clock with that money-back guarantee as your backup. It really is all about taking the risk off your shoulders so you can have the confidence to just try a smarter way to trade.
Which really brings us back to the beginning and leaves us with one last question for you. When you think about that choice between emotional guesswork and data-driven clarity, are you ready to start guessing? Are you ready to start trading smarter? The tools are right here. The choice is yours.